Do you like yourself? Do you accept yourself? No one should ever make you feel less than, especially if that person does not know the content of your character. There's so much going on right now. There are not enough words to describe it. There's chaos going on in the streets. People are fearful. People don't know what to expect every single day when they wake up and they turn on the TV or they turn on the social media app. Who died? Who's sick? Who made what statement? Who offended who? When did all this happen? I know a lot of people, there's a joke out there, they wish they could hit the reset button on 2020. But guess what? There's no reset button in life. You have to go through it, you have to live through it, and you have to persevere. How can we make this thing better? Jobs are being lost. Opportunities are not being given to us. And most importantly, lives are being lost. What is going on? A lot of people have their opinions. A lot of people have things to say. I'm giving you my opinion right now on this video. What happened to the breakdown in communication? What happened to the respect? What happened to just honoring basic human rights? See, I did a lot of thinking on this subject. Like I said before, I was ambivalent to even discuss it. I'm all about happiness, freedom, and prosperity. But what's going on right now, what's taking place, how can anyone even be focused on happiness, freedom, and prosperity when you have to think about your life? Whether you're going to make it home to see your loved ones. But see, I want to go even deeper. I want to take a deep dive into what's really going on. See, this is a tough pill to swallow. And some of you may not like what I'm about to say. But it's time for everyone, individually, to go back and check themselves. See, the way we can make a difference collectively as a group, the only way we can turn the corner is that we have to go and work on ourselves individually. This is nothing new. You've heard this before. How you treat other people, how you interact, how you view, how you look at other people, no matter what they look like, no matter whether they look like you or not. It's a direct reflection of you. Pure and simple. There's no need to go any deeper or further. It's time for everyone to do a self-inventory. You see, as human beings, whether we want to admit this or not, the hardest thing there is to do is to be 100% honest with ourselves. To look ourselves in the mirror. To go to that quiet place where it's just you and silence. And you analyze every single aspect of your character. You question your beliefs. You question your thoughts. You question your actions. Why do I think the way I think? Why do I act the way I act? Why do I believe the things that I believe in? Why do I believe that this person, just because they don't look like me, think like me, or act like me, is less than? Why do I look down upon them? Why do I feel the need to treat them less than? Where did those beliefs come from? Did the source of those beliefs, were they from a source of purity? Were they from a source that is credible? Did it come from a place of love or fear? I know it's hard to do. But see, if you have a soul, if you have a spirit, then you know that your actions, your thoughts, and your beliefs are a direct reflection of who you are inside. How satisfied are you with yourself? It's just a projection. How you treat people, how you go through life, the relationships you develop, and the person you are in those relationships and interactions is just a projection of what's going on inside of you, what's right here. It says more about you than the person you're bringing harm to. And on the flip side, if you're a person who gets so hurt over how someone looks at you or over how someone views you and thinks of you, then that's also a reflection of what's going on inside of you. As long as someone is not violating your basic human rights, and as long as someone is treating you fairly, it doesn't matter whether they like you or accept you. Do you like yourself? Do you accept yourself? No one should ever make you feel less than, especially if that person does not know the content of your character. You are strong, you are smart, you are amazing. There is nothing that you can't do in this world. You don't need anyone to tell you how great you are. You don't need anyone to validate that your life matters. You validate if your life matters or not. You can't make everyone like you. This is not a utopian society. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, but that's the truth. So don't put value into what others think of you. The only thing people need to do is to respect your basic human rights and to treat you fairly. But it's time, regardless of what side of the fence that you sit on, it's time for everyone, including myself, and I know how hard it is to do a self-inventory and to tear yourself completely down and question everything. Where did I get this thought from? Where did I get this belief from? Why do I think and behave the way that I do? Especially, more specifically, if it's not making me a better person, if I'm not growing. Because I know that reveals something about me. See, everyone has an influence over us growing up. As a kid, we learn our thoughts, we learn our beliefs. But as an adult, we have a choice whether we're going to accept them if they don't serve us, or whether we're going to find some new ideas and beliefs. I know it's tough because some of those thoughts that you have that you know aren't pure, aren't from a loving space, they came from people who really influenced you. And you feel like you don't want to let them down. You know you shouldn't think that way about this group of people, but it was reinforced from your father or from an uncle or from a mother, a person who you respect and hold in high regard. So if you disagree with their beliefs, you think that it's disrespecting them. But what you have to understand is they've lived their life, or they're living their life. What about you? It's not about letting people down. It's about growing and becoming the absolute best version of yourself. Just imagine that every single person went to their collective spaces, that place of tranquility, that place where they can think clearly and completely break themselves down and find out what beliefs are truly theirs, what thoughts are truly theirs, and what beliefs and thoughts were simply given to them from individuals who were hurt or simply did not know any better. My plea to not only individuals in my community, individuals who live in this country, but around the world, to really look in the mirror. That's how you make a difference. Becoming the absolute best version of yourself, understanding who you truly are, what your purpose is in life, that's how you make a difference. That's how we turn this thing around. Because then we will know who are the real allies, who's really serious, and who wants to make this thing the way it should be. And that's all there is to it. I know it's tough. I've done it so many times. I wasn't always this person. I didn't have the confidence to get in front of the camera and pour my soul out and upload it for the world to see. You know my journey. I was obese, I was overweight. I got kicked out of college twice. But I had to have some difficult conversations with myself because it was so easy to point fingers and blame other people for the things that I was doing. And when I did that, guess what? That was just a reflection of what was going on inside of me. It's hard, but you have to do it. I'm thankful that I had those difficult conversations with myself, and I continue to have those difficult conversations with myself because I want to make sure that I'm growing, and I want to make sure that when people come in contact with me, when people are influenced by my energy, that it makes them become more positive, more loving, and it will only permeate throughout the universe. So have that difficult conversation with yourself. That's how we will make this thing better. That's how this whole thing will turn around. If we focus on ourselves, question our beliefs, and understand and realize that, hey, what's going on out there is a direct reflection of what's going on inside of here. I am Joseph. This is You versus Life. Let's get to work.
Seems like it's getting harder just to get crazy. People starving just to get high. Feeding for money is the way of the world. I'm tired of living in the fast lane. The way I'm living is a damn shame. It just ain't worth it.